Hey bestie, welcome to my slumber party. Get comfortable, grab a snack. We are about to return to Mondstadt for some character styling. As the title suggests, I'm styling the characters of Genshin Impact. This is my second video now, and we're just going to continue with some of the first characters that we ever met in the game. This is really fun for me to go back to Mondstadt because, just to give myself a little bit of Genshin credibility here, I am AR60. I've been playing since the summer of 2021, so it's been a hot minute since I've been in Mondstadt. I kind of forget how the game even starts, so just researching into the lore of the characters a little bit has been really fun, and just kind of reminding myself about the game. Anyway, let's get started, because this is probably going to be long enough. And I just want this to be like chill, girly sleepover, you know? I've got my sweatpants on, and of course, I'm also wearing my Blonix because it's a girly sleepover vibe. Also, just to give myself a little bit of fashion credibility as well as the Genshin credibility. For this styling, the characters, I'm imagining them in a more modern setting. They're in like college, university, or something. They're all over 18. Don't make it weird. And mostly I'm just giving them clothes. I'm not really going to be changing their hair at all. I love their weird hairstyles. Maybe I'll give them a little hairpin or something here and there. But I love their unique weird hairstyles, so they're staying as they are. And if you don't know anything about Genshin and you're just here for the fashion, or you're my mom, hey mom, Mondstadt is like a European city. It's kind of based on Germany. It's the city of wind and freedom. Venti, who is the god of this region, has the element of Anemo, which is air if you're into Avatar: The Last Airbender, wind basically. So people there worship him, but basically nobody knows that it's Venti. They call him Lord Barbados. And I think that's all you need to know. So let's go.
Nan na 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 nan na 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 nan. Kira?
Barbara is our first character today. She is so cute, and everyone in Mondstadt loves her. She's an idol. She loves to sing. She's kind of like Mondstadt's Brittany, but everybody actually treats her well. So maybe she's a little bit more baby spice. And she's also the deaconess of the city's church. This church worships Venti, but Barbara doesn't know the Venti is the god. She thinks she's just worshiping Lord Barbados. She's just a little bit gullible, you know, she's sweet. So I'm imagining maybe she went to the same religious all-girls school as Rosaria did growing up, but she loved it. She loves her religion. She's super passionate about it, but she's also got a passion for fashion. She loves to dress cutesy. I'm talking frilly socks, the cutest, softest sweaters, lots of light, flowy cotton blouses with bows on bows. If she ever wears jeans, they are, of course, covered with bows, and the jean shorts are covered with lace and bows. So maybe she also has a little coverall set like this for super casual days. And if she's wearing gym shoes, they also have lace on them, maybe little pearls on them too. But on an average day, she is fully a Lolita girly. Lolita fashion is so perfect for Barbara. I think she's definitely a sweet Lolita kind of girly, but not over the top, a little bit more old school kind of style without all the patterns and such on it. Just simple baby blues, baby pinks, all the lace and ruffles, and bows. She can definitely accessorize with some hair pieces too on top. Here are some more outfits for her. I think this one just suits her so well. It kind of matches her original character design perfectly. So she's definitely wearing something like that. Any of these. She definitely wears heels. She has tons of shoes, but they're pretty much all heels or platforms. She literally has a voice line saying she wants to be as tall as Jean someday, so she's adding height for sure. Did you know that her and Jean are sisters? I literally just found that out when researching for this video, so that's a fun little bit of lore. Here's some more outfits for her. I think this oversized sweater look would be so cute on her. Maybe it's got little dandelions on it instead, and it's definitely in blue. And this one, she doesn't have to be strictly Lolita. Some days she's a little bit more casual. She just wears a sweater on top of her skirt. But I think definitely the skirts are always knee length, would suit her better. So imagining this, but just a little bit longer. And this one I had to add because she literally has a voice line saying that her mom just bought her a dress with sunflowers on it and she wants to wear it on stage. So this is it. This is what I'm picturing. For the nighttime or just being cozy in the dorms, she's got to have some baby doll kind of nighties like these. I think she's such a cinema roll girly, so I had to give her the cinema roll PJs too. Some fluffy slippers like this, and also for a coat, I think a baby doll kind of petticoat like this, or even a wool knit cape thing like that, are so perfect for her. And for a formal look, like I've said before, we need to have university ball. Why do we not have that? Every college needs to have a ball. So this is for that situation. This dress I am obsessed with for Barbara. Like, period. This is the dress. Forget the other three. This is the dress. And these heels are super cute and would definitely go with it, with the little frilly socks too. The blue matching the sash and on the shoes together, and also on the hat, all blues matching. I think she would definitely add something like a little antique kind of bonnet like this to match.
Hey, darling. Would you like to try one of my magic potions? There's no knowing what it will do to you until you try it, though. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Next up, we have Lisa. She's the resident sexy librarian. Go support your local library, kids. Even if you don't have a sexy librarian, they give you free books, and that's hot. Period. So Lisa, she's a little bit librarian, office haughty chic. She's definitely wearing button downs and pencil skirts. I love this leather pencil skirt look. Definitely some pointy heels because she is a witch. And I love this look as well. Like I said, some button downs. Maybe this one looks a little bit more chic. And if she's ever wearing jeans, just dark denim jeans. Also, she accessorizes just with a little cameo necklace. I think would be a perfect addition for her. Again, we've got some pointy heels. I love the buckle detail on these ones. And these ones with the funky square heel on them, I think definitely for her, black strappy heels, black leather boots, something with square toe boot, be super cute for her too. And then of course she has to have some pinstripe pants in her closet. I think even a big denim maxi skirt. And I love that this one is paired with a pinstripe button down. Perfect for her. A huge staple for Jean, I think, is little slip dresses with a turtleneck underneath or some kind of blouse underneath. Any of these four, I can definitely see her wearing. This one as well is a little bit more casual. And this dress, I am literally obsessed with. It is just pulled right out of Lisa's closet. It was made for her. She has to have this. This is Lisa's dress. And of course, she has a giant black sun hat to top it all off. Here's some more dresses I think would all suit Lisa really well. This one especially has a little bit of a witchy kind of vibe, so I love that for her. Any of these kind of maxi dresses, pencil skirts. I think on top she would definitely add a leather harness to some of her looks, so I had to add this one as well with a little belt situation. And, sometimes she gives me a little bit of Cordelia from Buffy the Vampire Slayer vibes, so I just had to add her on here. And some more looks. Definitely Lisa's giving me a little bit of a power woman 90s kind of vibe. A little bit of I just got off work and I'm about to go out for the night kind of vibe. This one's a little bit more casual for her. Maybe she's taking a note out of Jean's book and putting a little sweater knotted around the neck. And this one I just had to add because it's literally so Lisa. If this was in a dark purple with the rose on it and everything, it's I could definitely imagine Lisa rocking this. So these are the outfits for her. For the nighttime, Lisa is a little bit extra, so of course I have to give her some of these dramatic nighties, some of these nightgowns that have a matching robe on top. I think she would definitely have quite a few of them, probably mostly in the dark kind of colors, but definitely silk with lace, vintagey kind of vibe, maybe just a simple dress like this every once in a while, maybe a teddy or something like this if she's being super casual, but I think for the most part, definitely some situation like this. Now for Lisa's formal dress, I imagine something like any of these, vintage, beautiful beadwork embroidery, a little simple in the silhouette, but really elegant. I especially love this one. Maybe it has something like this going on in the back, but in this color because her purple is a little bit more of a blue purple rather than a red purple. So this, and then a lacy shawl over the top, and maybe a pair of lace gloves. I love the length of these ones. I think just right past the wrist would be perfect for her. And these shoes, I really love both of them. Either of these would work for her. A black heel, lace socks underneath. I think she would definitely rock the super high stilettos, but I really love the buckles on these ones, so either of them work.
Jean, what's the hurry? I thought we agreed to meet them here.
There have been sightings of storm terror outside the city. Once we meet, we must...
Relax. I'll lend a hand when the time comes.
Now, Jean. Jean isn't really into fashion. She wants to look put together and be organized, but she's not trying to be fashion forward in any way. She's, dare I say, a little bit quiet luxury, maybe just a little bit casual luxury. She's kind of a Nepo baby. She comes from a family of knights. She's now like the head knight. She's the acting grand master of the Knights of Favonius. So she's got money. She definitely has money. She dresses like she stepped out of a Tommy Hilfiger ad. She probably plays lacrosse or polo or something, and she definitely wears a lot of Ralph Lauren. She is what Cher was trying to embody for her driver's test. Some more looks for her here. I just think Jean would definitely wrap a sweater around her neck like that. So, like she's about to go on a yacht or go sailing or something. Her pants are always perfectly pleated, ironed. She definitely always just looks put together. She wears thin little belts that always match her shoes, and maybe an ascot every once in a while. Mostly monochromatic looks, neutrals. I don't see her wearing any bright colors or patterns or anything really. And I just had to include this because it kind of matches what I gave to Barbara. And, Jean is probably varsity on the tennis team. And maybe she goes out and plays with Barbara every once in a while because Barbara's also on the team because it's like a family thing or something. And maybe they play with Lumen sometimes. For the nighttime, Jean has to have a pair of silk pajamas. Maybe she has a little matching jumpsuit for a night in, cashmere sweater. Even when she's wearing a casual sweater, she'll probably wear a pearl necklace with it, of course. And I imagine if this is a show, the characters are kind of interacting a little bit. We're seeing some growth, maybe an arc from her as we see her interact with Lisa a little bit more, is that she becomes a little bit more relaxed. She doesn't have to have everything be so perfect all the time. Maybe she loosens her shirt a little bit. She doesn't button it up all the way. Maybe she starts to experiment a little bit more with something super bold for her, like thick stripes on her button down or a patterned sweater vest. I don't know. Now, Jean's formal look, again, she's not a fashion girly. She's just luxy, Her dress is very understated, but it's probably like thousands of dollars because it's made of the most expensive silk. I love this one, and the fabric looks really luxurious. So I just imagine something like this for sure. Maybe something like this on the back. The front is just a little subtle cowl, but the back is more dramatic. And she adds a pair of super delicate little tulle gloves that go maybe just about to the elbow. And I really like these pearl ones. I think, she's just so precise, she wouldn't even knock them all off by the end of the night, so it would work for her. And the shoes, these ones are just so cute, and they kind of match Barbara's, which I think is cute too, but they're, of course, in Jean style. They're pointy, they're a little bit darker blue, so they actually match this dress instead. And yeah, that's Jean's look.
The thing about wine is, you have to drink it at the tavern or you miss out on half the fun.
On to Kaya. I think everyone likes Kaya in our world and even in the game world. He's very charming, he's a flirt, he's very outgoing, and he definitely has a sense of style. He's a Knight of Favonius, he's the cavalry captain, but he's kind of got pirate vibes to his aesthetic. I think he said that his great-grandfather was a pirate or something like that. And he wears an eye patch just to mess with his brother. He's cool, not just because he has a cryovision. So Kaya kind of dresses like a European guy. It's like, you're not sure, is he gay? Does he just know what tailoring is? Yes, period. He's always wearing looks right off the runway. He has a million button downs that he does not button. He wears them open like this, and I think he would wear some more interesting style shirts too, like these ones, and maybe some various pant cuts. I think sometimes a little bit baggy, sometimes some bell bottoms, but they're always perfectly tailored. He's not afraid of a patterned shirt either, so I think this top here would suit him really nicely. And of course, a belt like this that's doubled up is just his style. This guy just kind of looks like him, so I guess that's why I put him on here. And Kaya now has to also have some boob window sweaters. I think definitely something like this, of course, in more of a blue color. Maybe he likes these crochet shirts that were super popular last summer. Maybe a lacy button down. I think anything with kind of a more interesting experimental cutout. He would definitely rock those kinds of looks. Like these pants here with just a little bit of extra fabric, so it gives it the subtle look of a skirt, I think is so Kaya. And these with just a nice little pop of color in them. It's a little bit more of a casual look for him. I think he would also not shy away from adding a necklace underneath his button downs just for a touch of drama, and of course, a nice boot with all of his looks. His storm look is just casual, super casual, just sweatpants. But he has to throw a dramatic robe on top, of course. So maybe he got something like this in Sumeru or something. Very dramatic. And maybe he just wears comfy shirt like this, silk off the runway, but he sleeps in it or something, with his sweatpants. For a coat, he definitely has fur coats. He probably has a couple of fur coats, maybe a cropped one like this, maybe a longer one as well. And he probably also has a couple of leather jackets, but he can't have D-Luke looking cooler than him, so he has to have at least 2 leather jackets. And I love these funky things. I don't even know what they are, but they're like crisscross little sweaters. So off the shoulder crop top sweaters. He would definitely pull these off. Now, I saw fan art of Kaya wearing this, so I have to give that an honorable mention. But I think since Kaya's wearing his chest out on the daily, it's nothing special for him. It's nothing special for him to do that for the ball. So he wants to do something dramatic. He has to have his whole back out instead. So I'm thinking a nice dark blue velvet suit, like this, but even darker, almost a black blue with embroidered shoulders and embroidery that goes down to the pants as well. I really love this one. This embroidery almost looks like a peacock, and Kaya is literally a peacock, so I like the shoulder design on this one. And then these pants and this top almost look like little snowflakes or something, so maybe the design is kind of combination of that or one or the other, peacock feathers or snowflakes throughout the suit. And the pants are just basically these, super dark navy, so just imagine these for the pants. And the top is backless, like this Timmy look, but in black, of course. So the front is kind of looking like this. He also has to have some jewelry, maybe some rings, maybe an earring. I just really love these liquid metal kinds of pieces and this collar to match. Of course, all of the details match. The suit embroidery and the jewelry is all the same. Maybe it's like platinum or white gold. And of course, you can't forget about the eye patch. Maybe it's a fancy one for the special event. And a nice pointed toe boot.
Next, I will paint the common V-shape. I find the carapace to be its most enjoyable feature, the intricate patterns and even its sheen. But the rest of the V-shape is quite ordinary and requires but a few quick brushstrokes. Voila! Arise, lifeless dust!
Now we're going to talk about Albedo. Albedo is very introverted. He's kind of a nerd. He's an alchemist. He loves painting, and he was born of alchemy. He's not exactly human because of that, but he's a pretty boy. I think this is stated in the game, so it's a fact. I'm pretty sure Lisa calls him a pretty boy. He dresses very nicely. He's very light academia, sweater vests, neutrals, khakis, button downs, and turtlenecks. He definitely owns a sweater with elbow patches. Also, in his design, he's literally wearing shorts. Is he wearing tights under his shorts? Or is he wearing thigh-high socks with his thigh-high boots? I don't know. He's a mystery. Like I said, lots of sweater vests, a little preppy. Sometimes maybe he wears a tie. He doesn't really care about fashion, but he likes beautiful things. He wants to look put together, so he's definitely wearing nice clothes. He probably mostly wears a nice boot, but he's probably got some Oxfords, maybe some loafers too. Now, he thinks his casual look is casual because it's just boxers and a sweater, but they're made out of silk and cashmere, so, like, he's a prince, right? His standards are a little bit different. He doesn't really realize that it's not standard to have super luxy things like that. He's a little bit like Jean in that way, I think. And I think as we see him interact with Kaya more, maybe he comes a little bit more out of his shell. He wears his ties a little bit looser. He doesn't always button his shirt up all the way. Maybe he adds a couple of little patterns in there too and throws on a necklace every once in a while. I really like this more feminine look. Also, maybe this is a girl, but it doesn't matter. Gender doesn't matter. He probably looks a little bit like he stepped out of a Burberry ad at the start, but maybe he buys a leather jacket after he hangs out with Kaya more, as the series progresses or whatever. And maybe he adds a little chain to his belt sometimes. I think, this Brad Pitt look here, the long blonde hair, is just kind of perfectly Albedo. For his formal look, he's wearing a gold suit. Now, this is exactly what I don't mean when I say he's wearing a gold suit. I basically just put this on here to roast this guy. Like, the way the shoes do not match the suit, I hate it. And this one I just put on here because it's a little bit silly goofy. So he looks good though. So Albedo is wearing something like this. It's luxurious. It's just subtly gold suit. It catches the light just right. It's probably also made of silk. And a coat on top to match. And I really like the way these ones look belted here. You know, they just look a little bit more well tailored, I think. So it's this, but we're putting a belt on it. And I love the slit detail on these pants here to make them lay just so nicely over the shoes. So we're adding that to this look as well. He has a dark blue shirt underneath, something like this soft, thin cashmere turtleneck. Maybe it matches Kaya's suit. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Up to you. He also has a gold belt chain. This one, I kind of thought perfectly matches his little scar thing. So I had to add that and this necklace too to kind of symbolize that. Is that his belly button, actually? Because, like, that's where he was born from or something, right? So it's basically a belly button. I don't know. You can yell at me in the comments about it. And these boots are gold tipped on the toes that would just perfectly match the suit in color. And maybe Klee adds some little charms to his hair and she braids it back for him. So that'd be cute too. Finally, we have Fischl. Fischl is a fashion girly. She is expressing herself through clothes. She definitely has a sense of style, but she doesn't quite have a sense of her style yet. She wants people to perceive her in a certain way. She wants to be cool. Maybe she's not totally comfortable being herself fully, so she experiments a lot with her style. She's very trendy. She's a little bit of an e-girl. She loves her knee-high socks and her arm warmers. She wears skinny scarves and she definitely fully accessorizes. Like I said, she is a little bit of an e-girl, definitely likes the goth aesthetic, but she's probably more of a mall goth, casual, maybe a little bit 90s grunge. She loves a dramatic sleeve and has lots of necklaces and belts. She's definitely not afraid to wear a skirt over her pants. I think she would love the deconstructed, distressed kinds of crochet pieces like these. She also definitely has a lot of patterned tights, definitely purple tights. Also, now that Valentine's Day is over and every girly has done the red tights look, we're done with that. Are we on to purple tights next? I think I'm going to be right on that. Maybe yellow, but I think purple tights are next. So again, the big drama sleeves. I love this dress over the pants look here. So cute. Now, if she's wearing jeans, they are going to be a little bit extra. I think if these had ravens on them or something, they would be in Fischl's closet for sure. I think she would definitely do that jean leg warmers thing, the deconstructed jeans. Again, a skinny scarf. She definitely has demonias and some 90s platforms. And these pants, I can't remember who I follow on Instagram that makes pants like these. I was trying to look for them, but I couldn't find them. They also make black ones too. So just these, imagine them in black, but like decked out bloomers like these, capri length. And maybe she wears them with a little crop top like this. She also wears an eye patch just because she thinks it looks cool. So she definitely would be a girly wearing Bayonetta glasses. Even though she doesn't need glasses, they are not prescription. She just needs them for the look. I think it's so funny that we have I think we have 4 eye patch characters in Genshin right now. And 2 of them are just wearing the eye patch because for the vibes, you know? Here's just some more looks because I just couldn't not add these. Like, imagine these, but they have little holes behind the wings, and her ponytails come through. Um, I think this hat would be perfect on Fischl. So definitely she has to have that. And this top, but in black, imagine their raven wings. Fischl would literally own that. For the night look, I think she would definitely be a little bit obsessed with Kuromi, so I had to give her these pajamas. I don't think she knows Barbara, so it's just a coincidence that they're both wearing Sanrio pajamas, but they're kind of same age group. And Sanrio is popular with the girlies, so of course they're both coincidentally wearing their Sanrio pajamas. She also is basically Genshin's Misa Amane. So I just had to throw this on there. Even though I'm saying this is live action, we get one animated picture because this is kind of the look with knee-high socks, a big oversized grungy goth kind of shirt. And I love this shirt. I think this is so cute and would definitely suit her. So I had to give her this. Maybe she wears it with a pair of bloomers. And, she just adds some scrunchies when she's being casual to her hair. And then I had to give her this Raven hair clip. This is so cool. I found it on Etsy, so it's literally for sale if somebody wants to go buy it. I just looked up Raven hair clip. So there you go. Now, for her formal look, I think she is so extra. She would wear any of these looks to a house party. So you can imagine her in any of these looks, but just in a more casual situation where nobody else is dressed up that much. She's always overdressed, and that's fine. But the look, now bear with me for a second. I'm going to make you use your imagination a little bit. This, the Chloe 2001 Stella McCartney designed bat corset. Yes. So I'm imagining this delicate tulle, maybe a little bit of lace as the dress underneath, and a solid structured corset on top. Like, I love the silhouette of this, but I think the dress underneath is definitely black. So kind of like these and the corset. The back corset is not pink, but purple, and it's not a bat, it's a raven. So I made this little situation to help you envision the vision here. And then I also gave a little bat barrette that we're also imagining as a raven. So she's adding a little raven barrette to her hair. And I really like these shoes. I think they're super cool looking, but these ones are even better for the look. The purple fishnets match the corset, spiky ankle bracelets, the bows. They are just so perfect and literally so official. And if the underneath dress is a little bit more like this, I really like that. I love the off the shoulder situation with these sleeves here. But if it's more like either of these two and it doesn't have the collar situation, then I think she would add a choker on top, maybe a little bit punky choker to match the ankle bracelets, the spike situation on it here. And then just like multiple necklaces on top of that. So this is Fischl's formal fit. And that's it. That's the end. This is the perfect fashion bedtime story. Thank you so much for watching to the end. I really appreciate it. If you're enjoying this series, then leave a like, leave a comment, share it with a friend. It definitely helps me out. I'm totally looking forward to doing some leeway characters, so I might skip around a little bit, throw some in there just to keep it a little bit interesting. Let me know which was your favorite of these. Whose closet are you going to raid? I think I would definitely love to dress like Lisa out of this group. But anyway, that's all for tonight. That's all for tonight. Who's down for a pillow fight?